So, everyone, thanks for stopping by and checking out my YouTube channel and following along on my crazy journey here to weigh 250 pounds by the time I'm 50. For those of you who watched last week's video, you know that I have to lose 97 pounds in 14 weeks. The question is, how am I going to do it? I set out the goal, and what am I going to do to make this happen? So here's the deal. Um, for me, first let's going to talk about weight loss. Weight loss to me is a three-part process, and the first one being mental, the second one being, of course, the losing the weight and the diet, and the third one being exercise. Um, but mental is by far the most important one. So before I get into what exactly I'm going to do, I need to talk about those few things. The simple fact is, if you don't make up your mind to lose weight, you flat out will not. Don't even waste your time. It literally goes to that cliche and says, you do whatever you put your mind to, right? Um, if you're not don't have the right mindset to lose the weight and get it off, you won't get there. Um, what I've learned over the years for myself, I've got some sort of switch in my head, and when that thing goes on, it's really super easy to lose weight. When I'm in that mode, no food, no crap food matters at all. Wave whatever you want in front of my nose. I don't touch it. I don't drink all the beer. I don't do any of that. I exercise. It's just super simple. And the fact is, the weight coming off the body is the easy part. It really is. Because the body doesn't want to be fat. The body wants to be healthy. When you're fat, you're sick. Your body is sick. It's not happy. So as soon as you give it the opportunity to heal itself, it does. You force yourself to be fat. I force myself to be fat by making the bad decision every time we go to put something in our mouths. We're forcing our bodies to be the way they are. So as soon as you change that, the body starts losing the weight. But you got to have the right mental um, frame to do that, and the right attitude. Fortunately, right now I'm there, and but unfortunately, after 3 or 4 months, that switch goes away. It's the toughest part for me because I know how to lose weight. I know about nutrition. I know how to diet, exercise, and all of that stuff. But I can't do it constantly as part of my life, and I don't know why. It drives me crazy that I know that, and that switch can't stay turned on. Now, the last time, not that long ago, it was on for over a year, and I lost 92 pounds. So that was pretty cool. So, but mentally, I'm there. I'm ready to do this, and we'll get it there. Second thing, of course, is the food. Um, you have to eat right, and that means a lot of things for a lot of people. And there's a lot of ridiculous information out there in diets, and it's conflicting, and the government hasn't a clue how to do it. And um, there's been tons and tons of different opinions about what's right. For me, though, lots of vegetables, fruit, limited fruit because there's a lot of sugar there, um, and good fats and protein. And I'm going to talk about individual foods on separate videos, and you kind of get into more detail on that. And then, of course, exercise. Exercise is important. Now, you don't need to exercise to lose weight. Exercise helps, and it's got tons of other benefits. But to really lose weight, it's all about the meal. You can lose all the weight you want by eating correctly, but you cannot lose weight if you do not eat correctly, no matter how much exercise you do. Unless, of course, you're running marathons, and in which case, they're not fat anyway. But the average all-American couch potato, they're not gonna do those things anyway. So those are the three things that need to come together in order to lose weight and keep it off. Now, for me, um, the diet, I have the mental part down. The next part would be the diet. Now, for any of us who has to lose weight, and I'm talking about the all-American couch potatoes who pile away tons of food while I walk in front of the boob tube and have a terrible diet, there's a lot, if you haven't dieted already and understand it, and most of you have to some degree, but you have to give up a lot of your lifestyle and what you eat in order to make that happen. What's interesting is that over my time into losing the weight, I have changed my diet quite a bit and gotten a lot of things out of my diet, which of course helps dramatically. And what it means is that I'm starting off at a place where I've got to give up less to get the job done. And what I mean is this, I don't eat fast food. I probably gave up fast food 20, 25 years ago. McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, all that crap, you know, you know what I'm talking about, you know, the KFC and the Taco Bell, that stuff is garbage. Garbage. It has tons of calories, it has zero nutritional value, it has tons of sodium, and it's loaded with chemicals. It's as processed as you could possibly get. It's not even real food. So I gave that up. It's out of my life a long time ago, and you should too. Whether you're fat or skinny, you shouldn't eat this shit. But for the fat couch potato who lives on that crap and lives on drive-through, that's got to go. So I'm there. I don't have to worry about that. And then that leads to other processed foods. Anything nukeable, anything man-made that's in a box that you throw in a microwave is garbage. Again, they load it with sodium and calories and crap. Somehow they manage to stuff, you know, 1,500 milligrams of sodium in an itty-bitty box and still make it taste like crap. That stuff's terrible. Now, I've eaten it over the years, but it's never been a mainstay of my general diet, even when I was 426 pounds. I just never liked the stuff, even as a kid. So I don't have to worry about the processed foods. That's super easy and gone. The other thing is soda. I haven't drinking soda in over 20 years. That stuff, again, is poison for the body. Whether it's diet or regular soda. Diet actually is worse for you than regular soda, but it's nothing but empty, hollow calories and sugar, and the diet stuff's nothing but chemicals. I'm going to get into a whole sugar thing. I'm going to do a whole video on sugar alone and that kind of thing. So soda is out of my diet. So many people drink thousands and thousands of calories of just sugar and soda. I mean, I was there. I used to live a few blocks from a 7-Eleven. This was in Phoenix many years ago. And I would walk down to 7-Eleven in 115-degree weather, get a double big gulp of Mountain Dew, and I'd literally have it done by the time I got back home. Well, that, of course, that is a ton of sugar sucked down in 15 minutes, and that's, of course, still thirsty. So soda's bad. So I don't have to worry about that like a lot of people might have to start this diet. And then dairy. Dairy is another thing I want to talk about in another video. Dairy is generally awful for us. A recent study says over 70% of people have some sort of problem eating dairy products. Milk does not do a body good. Now, that said, I have not given up dairy completely. I do eat some cheese, and I put half and half in my coffee. Ironically, the half and half is better for you than the low-fat milk. So, and I'll get into that later, but I've given up milk a long time ago, probably 20 years. The thing associated with milk, I mean, let's face it, I get a quart of milk, load it with about 20 scoops of Nestle Quick. That's all bad, right? Or I'll go ahead and I would get a big bowl of cereal, pour a bunch of milk in that. Bad, and that's nothing but a monster sugar bomb. I don't eat cereal anymore either. Or I'll get a big glass of milk and, you know, half a package of Oreos. So milk's bad just from that perspective. So dairy, the milk is gone. So those are several things I've already got out of my diet that I don't have to stop to get this job done, where a lot of people who might watch this video have to. So, but all that stuff's got to go if you really want to get serious. So the other good things I got going is I love vegetables and fruit. I mean, I always have my whole life. So for the average American couch potato, they think that putting a tomato and lettuce on the hamburger is eating salad. You know, that is not how it works. So I don't have to, and they have a lot of those people that I've met, and they have an aversion to vegetables at all. So they have to introduce that into their diet. I already have that. So I'm fortunate there. I don't have to worry about that. And then I drink tons of water anyway. Lots of water. I drink iced tea with no sugar. And I have to have my coffee. That I'm not giving up. So I have all those things already going for me. So what are my obstacles in the way of getting this done that I need to change, and I'm changing now? Sugar. Number one. I am a sugar addict. Not unlike millions of other people. I mean, sugar is everywhere. It's in everything. And it is literally poison on our system. and when it comes to sugar, I'm not just an addict. I'm a glutton. I don't eat candy by the piece. I eat candy by the pound. Going on to Pals, at a lunch break, I get a pound of candy out of their bulk candy things, and just literally eat the whole damn thing on my desk before I went home. So that is me. I eat, I don't even eat 3 cookies. I eat half a box of cookies. So the sugar is bad, and it comes in many forms. I'm going to do another video on sugar as well. So the sugar's got to go out, and so I've made that change. The other thing I need to, the challenge is beer. It sounds ridiculous and trivial. And so it's something that I'm definitely going to put aside for a while. I love beer. I used to pound MGD on the weekends, and then I used to drink it. Then I gave it up for the Holocaust. I mean, I'd put away a case on a weekend and never catch a buzz because I just drank it all weekend. But that'd be 20 or 24 beers in 2 days, and that's a ridiculous amount of extra calories. So I gave that up. Didn't drink much beer except when I was gigging with my band, and I'd have a few beers on stage. So I wasn't the beer hound. But in the last couple of years, I've really gotten into the smaller breweries, the microbrews. So much so that I'm brewing myself. And I've got 7 gallons right now bottled. And of course, I got to stay away from that. It's loaded with calories and carbs. And but I'm also not at a short of friends who would come over and help me drink it. So that could go away pretty quick. So dump the sugar, dump the beer. And then the other thing's portion size. Just got to eat less. I don't need to eat as much as I do per meal. So if I dump the sugar, the beer, eat less, that's the plan. And then I'm going to add exercise in. My days of pumping iron, heavy gym stuff are long gone. And I'll get an exercise thing as well. But I like to walk. I got my little silly step counter gizmo. And I love to hike. And I want to start riding my bike again. I really like to get into mountain biking. Things like that. So that's it. What am I going to be eating for my diet really quickly here? It's starting to get long. Vegetables, fats and protein. Good fats and protein. That's going to be my diet. And we'll talk more about that another time. Anyway, thanks for following along. I hope this helps some people out there. And 250 by 50, baby.